feature story, we introduce our recently appointed Catholic Public Schools General Manager and hear her heart and vision as she takes on the significant role of managing 113 Catholic primary schools in Belize. Hello, with this week's feature story, I am Tessa Habet. Our feature story is brought to you by Cellular World and Enrique Martinez and Sons.
Cellular World. This MAGA season, don't miss on our best discount prices on select 7-inch or 10-inch tablets and cases. And you can also get great discount prices on select cell phones like the iPhone 7, Huawei, iPro, Motorola, etc. Buy now while supplies last. Visit our store or buy online or call us on WhatsApp at 615-5141. Enrique Martinez and Sons, your trusted source for cooling automotive. Belize is known to have high temperatures for the most part of the year, so why not buy an LG inverter air conditioner that can guarantee you 70% energy saving? It is without a doubt the cool way to beat the heat. Drive in or call us at 223-0490 or WhatsApp us at 606-4154.
It comes as no surprise that to date, the Catholic Church operates the largest school system in the world. Catholic schools serve both the faith community and society by educating children, young people, and adults to contribute to the common good by becoming active and caring members of our communities, cities, and nations. Education is one of the primary and most effective methods of evangelization and presents the perfect opportunity to bring God into the lives of others. In Belize, the majority of our schools at every education level are rooted in Catholic education. The Catholic Church in Belize currently serves 4 tertiary level schools, 11 secondary level schools, and 113 primary level schools. The Catholic public schools operate with a management consisting of a general manager, a number of secretaries with each district having its own local managers and assistant local managers. Bishop Lawrence Nicasio has appointed Mrs. Celia Usher as the new general manager. Mrs. Usher has been an educator for many years and previously served as the assistant local manager for St. Martin de Porres Primary School in Belize City.
Some people might ask why I am here. How did I get here? I have been an educator for a long time, since I was in my 20s. Worked as a teacher and ended up as an assistant manager, and now I've been called to do this. I've been invited to be a part of Catholic education by working in this office. Catholic public schools consists of 113 primary schools. It's a way for us as church to be among God's people. It's one of the ways of evangelization for a church. It's important, it's one of the pillars. We reach 32,000 children every year on a daily basis. It's a perfect opportunity to bring God into the lives of people and keep God in our own lives. Working with kids, we evangelize. So this is about church. The academics are very important, and we do excel as Catholic schools because that's one of our values. Excellence is important to us. But what's also important to us is that child who will leave standard 6, who is that child? Who is the child who has received a Catholic education in one of our schools? That child might be someone who has learned about him or herself in a way that within them there's a passion for something, some gift they might have discovered as they learned math and English and science because of the way we teach. That child will have learned that they're a part of a community. What does that mean? What does that feel like? What does it mean for that child to participate in community? So when we talk about wholeness and a child being holistically formed, those are some of the parts. Of course, we want, or as evangelizers, we want our students to experience God, to have that encounter, to be able to say, I am who I am because God lives within. It's very important to us that a child leaves Standard 6 ready to be a part of something different, something maybe a little bigger because she's going on to high school, but knowing who she is as a child of God. And the passion that we want to plant in that child or develop or help to grow in that child is what will move that child forward. Knowing she's loved by God or he's loved by God, that he has gifts, and that it's important to have excellence, to have standards, but in a rounded way. It's very, very important. So that's what we see when we look at working with our children. Who we want to say, I give you the certificate, go on to high school. This is what we equip you with. And hopefully that's what happens for the majority of the time. Our 113 school consists of many rural schools. So we're looking at, for example, Toledo has 30 schools. What each child or each school might need to move on in a whole way might be different. So one of the goals is to be able to give a Catholic education to everyone, a good solid education that we have evangelized to everyone that falls under our care. So whether the child is in a village in Toledo or at Holy Redeemer or at St. John Vianney or at school in Orange Walk, that child will receive what that child might need and what represents a good education for that child. The vision is to empower our leaders, empower our teachers, our assistant managers to be able to do their work well, to do it in the spirit of the church. That area might need some strengthening at this time for us to understand who we are, why we're here, what God calls us to. So that's something that I see and I'm excited about, that we begin to claim our mission. It's such a beautiful call, and it's a big responsibility. We're looking at little hearts that we have to form, but we can do it. If we form ourselves, if we take care of ourselves, we take care of our teachers, we understand who we are, and this is mission. But it's not only math and English, it's mission. It's walking in Jesus' steps with these children. I find that very exciting, and I find lots of room and space to do that. And we have to get creative. My hope is that we'll have a lot of creativity flowing. Simple, but creative. And once we get that flowing, there's a lot more that can happen, a lot more that we can do, a lot of ways to show love, a lot of other ways to to broaden the understanding of who we are and who these children are. But creativity is key. There's a lot more planning and researching that we need to do to be able to get this, to build what we're trying to build and make it stronger. But we have to start with our people. We have to start with our leaders. We have to start with empowering our teachers, working with them, finding out what they really need, and supporting them in getting it. This office cannot provide what schools need, everything that schools need, but certainly we can empower our principals and maybe take a lead in building the school communities, because that's what each school is. Some schools call themselves families. Well, that's what it is. We're a community. So I am hoping that we can work and make plans that will bring about a strengthened school community. It's one of the things that might be a little lacking right now. And so that's one of my goals, to empower our principals, to give them the support that they feel that they need or that they ask for at this time, and take it from there and see where that leads us. But certainly our communities need unity, strengthening, Christ-centeredness. These are the things that I'm hoping that we can work on. And the academics will fall in place. We're working with the Ministry of Education. We partner with them. They set some high standards, and we are happy to work with that. I think about my family history. I come from a family who very, very Catholic. Facunda Castillo's name is on this building. I'm happy to be here. That was my uncle. My father was a lay minister. I had nuns and teachers and people who served the church in my family. And I'm happy to be in that number. I'm really proud to do that, you know. My great-grandparents, they fled Mexico during the time that the Catholics were being persecuted in the Cristero War. There were staunch Catholics. They had to flee because of their faith. And that's where I come from, and I take that seriously. I find that an honor, and I'm happy to serve my church in this way, because for me, that's what it is. It's ministry, and it's a calling.
Mrs. Usher's tenure commenced on February 1st, 2021. Her focus is on building school communities by building unity, strengthening the community, and increasing Christ-centeredness. On behalf of the Diocese of Belize and Belmopan, we offer our best wishes to our previous General Manager of Catholic Public Schools, Mrs. Gail Thompson, who has now retired. We congratulate Mrs. Celia Usher on her appointment, and we wish her all the success as our leaders in education work to serve our nation in the most noble way. And that's our story. Thanks for watching. For this and more feature content, visit our Facebook, subscribe to our YouTube channel, or view on Guadalupe Media Channel 76 on CCV or Channel 64 on CBC. You can also tune in on the radio in your car, home, or office at 101.9 FM. And please be sure to download the Guadalupe Media radio app from Google Play or the App Store. Our Blessed Mother, lead us to Jesus.